Art thou looking for something? I can see the surprise in thy eyes. Art thou truly amazed at my presence, or merely because of me having risen beyond the surface of the endless ocean? Don't think it hasn't come to my attention that thou hast been watching me. But that's quite all right. I have also been watching thou, after all. Why art thou backing away? 'Tis no reason to be frightened. Though my height and build may vastly exceed your own, I would never harm you, my dear Melody. Have we not bonded over these last few years, despite not being able to communicate directly? It reassures me that I have not misjudged our relationship then. Dost thou know how long it took me to evolve these lungs so that I may walk the ground together with you? Too long, let me tell you that. Why am I speaking like that? I apologize, little Melody. I have not completely gotten used to what you humans call modern slang yet. My knowledge stems from what has been passed down by my kind since the mythical times. But I shall pay more attention to my manner of speaking henceforth. Yes, I did that on purpose. I'm glad the joke was not lost in translation. You are looking at me curiously. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been lurking in the darkness, so you probably only saw the fluorescent patterns on my body and eyes, right? Let me just step into the light of this street lamp, I believe you call it. See how the light reflects off of my dark scales, how the muscles play beneath my skin, the intricate patterns of glowing lines, the sharp edges of my horns and spikes, and how my tail waves around behind me. Yes, I can make them glow brighter or dimmer, and even change the colors. See? Oh, I'm sorry if I seemed a bit self-indulgent, little Melody. But yes, I am very proud of my body. I modeled it myself, after all. In fact, I took inspiration from you humans, since it seemed the most practical choice for a smaller body. Most of my kind chose to build their bodies into huge, monstrous things, so I wanted to try a different way. I think it paid off. This body requires much less food, and I'm still not that much weaker than my larger kin. Yes, of course, there are more just like me. How else would a species survive if there were not multiple members? We might be very small in number, but we live all across the planet. A kaiju? Kaiju? Is that what you call us? I didn't think you humans were aware of our existence anymore. Oh, so they are just fictional monsters that appear in these movie stories? The way you describe them, they do indeed seem similar to us. Even though we are much more intelligent than these monsters. Perhaps some information about us remained in your collective memory until now. No, we do not call ourselves Kaiju. We have a different language, so obviously we also have a different name. It's... Actually, I can't pronounce the name in any way that would be understandable to you. Your ears are way too small, so you can't properly perceive the frequency. Approximate it. I could try that for a bit. You know what? Let's just keep calling us Kaiju. It's actually similar enough to how I would pronounce our name in your language. Saying the full name every time would be too inconvenient, but still, it is a strange name, isn't it? You're right. A strange name for a strange beast. I am enjoying this kind of direct conversation with you much more than years of observing each other through the water's surface, little Melody. Why do I keep calling you that? It's a pet name of sorts. What do you humans call things or people you adore? Honey or sweetheart? Why would you name your loved ones after food? Oh, so you compare the sensation of tasty food to how they fill a void inside you. Is that right? I think I understand. For us, eating is little more than something we do to secure energy for our bodies. But of course, I also have things I like to eat more than others. So, why melody? It's a cultural thing, I guess. You see, our entire history, religion, and culture is kept in song. So, anything music-related is of great importance to us. No, I didn't mean in a metaphorical way like that. I am talking about a literal song that has been sung without interruption for millennia. We call it the no, that doesn't sound quite right. The Ushmakov. Yes, that is the accurate way to pronounce it in your language. Close enough. If you want. You can also just call it the ancestral song. It connects us with each other and with the chorus of those who came before us. When it is our turn to sing, we extend the song with our own verse, weaving the experience we had in the meantime into it, so others can profit from it as well. This is more or less how we keep in touch. No, there's no real order. We just know when it's our turn to sing. It's hard to describe. It's like a calling deep in our soul, just as we feel when we're done singing. You are a curious one, aren't you, little Melody? No, it's quite all right. I'm happy to answer all your questions. The reason that you have never heard it, even though it echoes throughout the entire ocean, is probably the same reason you can't really understand our language. You just aren't capable of properly perceiving it. An example? I guess I could tell you my name, but I am very sure that you won't understand it. Are you ready? My name in my original tongue is... See? I told you, didn't I? You can just call me anything you want. It would feel a bit weird if you pronounce my name in a way that's almost right, but not quite. Yes, that would work. I like that name very much. What is your name, by the way, little Melody? What a beautiful name. It really fits you, little Melody. Sorry, I just can't stop myself from calling you that, even after learning your real name. You don't mind? Thank you so much. You'll be my little Melody then. I've been calling you that for so long by myself. It feels good to finally get to say it for real. Direct? I guess I am. It just doesn't make sense not to hunt after something you want. In the sea, you don't have the luxury of taking your time with that kind of stuff. If you leave something out of your sight, it will get carried away by the currents and you'll never find it again. Your skin is turning red. Are you alright? You're not sick, are you? Are you sure? Your heart rate's also increased, as well as your temperature. You should sit down at least. Oh, there's a bench over there. Let me pick you up and carry you to it. There you go. Are you sitting comfortably? I'm going to check on your temperature. Actually, I need to kneel down in front of you for this. Is it okay if I put my palm on your forehead? Your temperature went down again, so it was probably not because of a sickness. What happened there, little Melody? You got embarrassed. So emotions have that kind of effect on humans. Interesting. Us. Those glowing patterns on our scales would turn a bright shade of pink. But I'm sorry for pushing that onto you like this. Don't feel pressure to respond to my feelings. And I know I said hunting, but I don't intend to force you into anything you don't want. What are those feelings? Wanting to be close to and spend time with you. For now, at least. Let's change the topic to calm you down a bit. I bet you have more questions, don't you? That's what I thought. So shoot, what do you want to know? How did I get here? Well, it was after I finished singing my part of the Ushmakov just recently. I don't know exactly how long I sang, but I suspect it was rather long. The one who came after me added a verse about how much humans have grown over the years, so I went to check it out. I must say, I was impressed with your progress, especially with how fast and resilient your ships have gotten. Even I would have trouble ripping one apart now. Oh no, I could still do it. It would just take some effort. Anyways, as I was looking in the water, observing your ships and what little I could see of the city from where I was, I saw you, staring at me. No one else noticed me, only you. And, how do I describe this? I instantly felt a connection to you the moment our eyes met. When I returned after a few days, you were there again, and again after a few more. No matter how often I came back, you were always there waiting for me. I came more and more often until we met almost every day. Of course, we were only able to look at each other, maybe wave a few times, but I still cherish those moments very much. Why did I not reveal myself to the other humans? I guess that would be a fair question. Me and my kind have always lived away from prying eyes for millennia, and we grew to like the peace it gave us. Interacting with humanity could make our lives much more hectic. You have such short lifespans and do everything so quickly after all. And that would be the best case scenario. What if you humans declared war on us instead? According to the Ushmakov, preventing that was the reason we went into hiding in the first place. And now that you have all this technology to back you up, you might actually be a danger to us. So, no. Without consulting the chorus, I am not willing to reveal our existence. You were special. I felt as if your gaze touched my soul in ways that I couldn't imagine. Somehow, I trusted you from the beginning. And you didn't betray my trust, even after all this time. Sure, At first you always got excited and tried to tell those around you about me, but you never set a trap or something like that. As we spent more time together, I regretted not being able to come up and meet you. So, I spent years evolving these lungs, just so I could spend more time with you. And let me tell you one thing, it was absolutely worth it. You're blushing again. I told you, there's no reason to rush this. I will wait for you, however long it takes. You also feel something about me that makes me so happy. Don't mind the glow on my body. I didn't think that just a few simple words could stir my emotion up like this. I feel full of energy, like I could take on the entire world by myself. No, of course I'm not going to. Don't worry about that, little Melody. For now, I just want to spend more time with you and figure out what exactly we're both feeling here. Speaking of which, isn't it around the time you usually leave to go home, I guess? It's a shame that we must say goodbye so soon, but I can't just walk into town with you. Don't look so sad, little Melody. We can meet again tomorrow. Do you know the little cove just north of here? That's good. From what I could tell, it's rarely visited. I'm going to wait there for you. Then we can spend the whole day or whatever time you have available together. Great. I'm looking forward to it. What's that? You want to hug as a farewell? No, it's quite all right. I was just a bit surprised that you would want to. I am quite a lot bigger than you, so I was afraid I might seem intimidating. Come here, then. That's right. Big hug. And that's enough of that. Back on the ground you go. We can do that more when we meet again. For now, you should go home and sleep. I wouldn't want to be responsible for you being tired and exhausted all day tomorrow. I'm glad you agree. See you then, my little Melody. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Wolf0 back with another video. I would just like to thank NineTalesScripts for providing me with yet another amazing script. This is a concept that I had in my back pocket for a while now, but kind of got nervous about writing scripts since, well, I'm not known to be great at doing that. So I asked my friend if he could lend me a hand, and he delivered, like, a lot. This is a really good script. I really wish he'd be less nervous. This is a really awesome script. I honestly loved it. I was a little intimidated when I saw how long it was, but I managed to get through it. So, thank you again, NineTalesScripts. You have worked your magic yet again. Also, not sure about doing shorts. I do think it's a good concept, but it took me forever to get that last short out. Like, I spent hours trying to figure out how to upload that thing until eventually I did. But the method of doing so is just so roundabout that it's almost not worth it. So until I can figure out an easier way to upload shorts regularly, I might just stick with doing them every now and again. So sorry for the ones who like them, but yeah. It's a pain in the ass to get those things uploaded. But other than that, there's not much else to report. I'm gonna keep trying to get some friendly, wholesome, strangers to lovers, friends to lovers, enemies to lovers type content uploaded with the, the usual mix of like spicy yandere content. So, with all that said, thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.